you wish, please stand for the invocation given by Pastor Anthony DeMarco from the Hartville Church of the Brethren, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance.
Mighty God, we just thank you so much for your great love, how you watch over us and provide for us. Thank you, Lord, for the many blessings you bestowed upon us here in Hartville, and we just ask that you would continue to bless us and lead us. I thank you for all the people here on the City Council and all those that serve in other ways. We just ask, Lord, that you would just continue to be with them and give them wisdom, discernment. Pray that they will make the right decisions and help lead Hartville in the direction that you want it to go. And may we always remember, Lord, just what you've done for us and how much we owe you. And we just pray all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. I'd like to call the October 1st, 2019 meeting of Hartville Village Council to order. Can we have a roll call, please?
Williams?
Here.
Reese?
Here.
Cozy? Here. Green? Miller?
Here.
Sullivan? Here.
Can I have a motion to approve the agenda?
Motion to approve the agenda?
Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese? Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Do we have any citizens' comments not or on agenda matters only? Okay, we'll move on to the fiscal officer.
You have the minutes from the September 17th council meeting. If there's no changes, motion to approve, please.
Motion to approve the minutes?
Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
You have listed the bills for September 11th through the 24th. If there's no questions, motion to approve the bills.
Motion to approve the bills.
Second?
Seconded by Williams. Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
No.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
No.
And you have the monthly financial report for August. If there's no questions, motion to approve.
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Miller. Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, we had our first evening in the village meeting, planning meeting last night. We do one a month until the event. The next one will be October 28th at 6 o'clock here in Village Hall, if anybody's interested in participating.
What day is it being the village this year?
It is going to be the 8th. Normally it's the first Sunday in December, but that falls on Thanksgiving weekend, so we've moved it.
That's what I was asking, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
When is the meeting?
The next meeting is October 28th, 6 o'clock here. We have flu shots here tomorrow from 1 o'clock until 7 o'clock. All you need to bring is your insurance card with you. They'll be right here in this room. So if anyone hasn't gotten a flu shot yet, it's a good opportunity. I got an email the other day about the Hartville Fire Chief. I thought it was very nice, and I just thought I'd bring it. It's from a lady who lives in Lake Township, whose mother had dementia, and they had a lot of problems. She wrote about that, and then she wrote, anyhow, I feel that Chief Lorenz should be recognized for being so caring, supportive, patient, kind, etc. He was patient with me every time he arrived at my house, even when I was difficult. Also, whenever I would see him out in public, he remembered me and would ask how things were going. He was always very kind, patient, caring, and supportive, and she just really appreciated that. It's nice to see something about one of our public servants here, and just thought I'd read it. Okay, the only other thing I have, Nate Miller, you guys had some training last night, and I just thought you might want to talk about it.
Last night, there was the fire department put on a live line electrical safety demonstration. We had a meeting over there. It was about just any kind of electrical problems that, from lines being down and kind of how to, what to do in that kind of situation. They gave demonstrations about what would happen if a line is on top of a car, and gave demonstrations of how the electrical field will travel on the ground and also through trees and whatever. It was really good. It was a good reminder of what to do and what not to do, just in the event of a down power line. So the street department was there. There was some of the police department that was there. There was a lot of other fire departments in Lake Township and all was there. So it was just it was a good reminder of safety procedures around down electrical lines. So that's what that was.
Marlboro Towing had a video on Facebook. It was pretty impressive just watching, if anybody wanted to
Yeah,
watch
it was
that.
very, the demonstrations that they gave, I mean, it showed live,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
stuff, and it was definitely eye-opening of how dangerous that can be, so, yeah.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Does anyone have any old business? We'll move on to the law director.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. First item this evening is a third reading of ordinance number 1-19.21, amending ordinance 1-19.09, and all previous salary and wage ordinances fixing the salaries and wages of all elected officials and employees of the village pursuant to the revised code 731.13 and declaring an emergency.
So moved. Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
No.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
No.
Motion to suspend the rules. Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
No.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
No.
Motion to pass by emergency and take effect immediately.
We didn't get enough to suspend the rules, so that'll just take effect in 30 days. Okay. Next item is a second reading of resolution number 2-19.21, authorizing and approving, and directing the mayor to enter into a contract between the village of Hartville and the city of Canton to provide legal representation to the village for the prosecution of criminal cases and related matters effective for the period of January 1, 2020 through December 31, 2021.
So moved.
Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Next item is a first reading of ordinance number 1-19.27, amending and replacing ordinance number 1-14.14, approving, adopting, and enacting the sewer use and industrial pretreatment code for the village of Hartville and declaring the same to be an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
This has to do with the additional money for reading
The
the
penalty.
meters,
The
correct?
penalty if they don't turn it in on time.
A $50 late fee,
Right.
yes.
I just wanted to clarify. That's all. Thank you.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Motion to pass by emergency and take effect immediately.
Second.
Williams?
Yes.
Reese?
Yes.
Cozy?
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Miller?
Yes.
Sullivan?
Yes.
Thank you. And then the final one this evening is ordinance number 1-19.30, amending the annual appropriations for the current expenses and other expenditures of the village for the fiscal year ending December 31, 2019, and declaring it to be an emergency.
So moved.
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Cozy,
Yes.
Green,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Motion to suspend the rules?
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Cozy,
Yes.
Green,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sullivan,
Yes.
Motion to pass by emergency and take effect immediately?
Second.
Williams,
Yes.
Reese,
Yes.
Cozy,
Yes.
Green,
Yes.
Miller,
Yes.
Sullivan.
Yes.
Okay, Mayor, that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Engineer?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick update, Danbury Glen, we started the study, we're right now collecting data, and we scheduled the survey, not sure exactly what the date. These surveyors are aware of the project, and he should be coming sometime soon to do the survey and confirm the elevation. After that will be basically, after we get all these data, it will be the analysis phase. Second part, there's we spoke last time about the roadway paving program. And right now I'm in the process of kind of compare that with the information that I got from Jim regarding the sanitary replacement that we want to do next year, just to make sure that they are, there's an overlap and we want to do it, just to address it at once, so we don't go back and tear a road that we just paved. So that's what I'm doing right now. And the last thing on my list is basically, we're right now working with a contractor for General Brook off Woodland. They're doing some crossings, and part of it, I reached out to them regarding the previous crossings that they did, and they promised that they're gonna take care of that, they're gonna fix it, and they wanna make sure there's no speed bumps or anything like that in the road. So Nate will have no issue with the snow cleaning, so, and we will be doing some inspection there too. That's all on my list.
Thank you. Any requests from council members?
I don't know if it's a request, but I think let it be known that we've made a public meeting to discuss the tax issue, October 23rd, fire station, 7 o'clock. We would encourage all residents to come, and so we can discuss the need or whatnot of the tax issue on the ballot.
Anyone else? We'll move on to the committees. Commerce?
Due to an illness, the Commerce meeting was canceled, but I did get Bev's report. I'm kind of going through it. I do need Jeff's, if you want to email it to me when you're done. And then once I've compiled it, I'll just email it to the council with our recommendations, and then next meeting we'll make the announcements. I don't think there's another need to actually have a physical meeting at this point. So just do it by email. I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Thank you. Finance?
We have not had a meeting. Scott, are you looking for a meeting?
Yeah, we can start looking at the budget.
Okay.
We want to have one next week or following the next council meeting.
What's more convenient, is starting now or?
Just sometime next week, yeah, we'll be ready.
How long do we need?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
So,
Monday, Wednesday, Thursday next week.
You said Monday or Wednesday. Actually, and do it Monday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Any one of the three? Beth?
I'm okay on any of them.
Okay. What's most convenient for you?
Tuesday I'm here.
Tuesdays.
Monday, Wednesday.
And Thursday you're here too.
Then I guess Monday.
Monday? Okay. Monday, 5:30?
Works.
Personnel committee,
Nothing.
planning,
Planning has a meeting next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. On the agenda will be a discussion about a lot split. We have a tabled item for the automotive. Same, you looked over the paperwork, and then there's still,
Still communication going on, but I think we're close.
okay, so you'll be able to get that distributed?
Yep.
Okay, and we'll do that. And then also on the agenda is reviewing the zoning ordinance. So, it's all for planning.
right, Parks and Recreation,
We submitted the order, and we should be getting everything we wanted. 2 signs, 4 posts, a pet waste station, picnic table, and 2 bike racks. And we got the total down to $3,288.17.
and I faxed the sign thing today, they sent it back.
So everything should be going through, but other than that, nothing new.
How long roughly?
Some of them said 2 to 3 weeks.
I figured they'll tell me when they send the okay back for the sign thing, so
Yeah.
probably I'll know that for sure tomorrow, and I'll let you guys know. I'll email you. I know we have a dog walk thing up there. I'm gonna say the 19th, but I think it's probably not gonna be. It'd be nice though. Safety,
Nothing really, but today we had coffee with the cop at Starbucks. I wasn't there. Chief, if you could elaborate on how that went today.
It was outstanding,
Good.
actually. We had a one up top, Mayor came, Bill Stanios and Don were there, and Joan Bauer came, Lieutenant Moore and I were there. And what was nice too is we're gonna be having another one tomorrow morning. Tomorrow from 9 to 11, we'll be at McDonald's. So it got popular real fast. And I can tell you that we were very, very well received by both the Starbucks people and the citizens that came. And Starbucks was very happy, by the way, with the turnout. So it was nothing but very positive.
We like that.
Thank you.
sewer rates,
Nothing for sewer rates.
street and drainage.
It's not really a meeting, but I will say that we had the parade last week. And I just think that it went off really well. This crew, I think, did a probably
Couldn't have had nicer weather. It was
well, did a
nice.
good job cleaning up 619. We went for a walk the next night, and I mean, very little debris and candy and everything, and that always is a mess after that parade. The parade itself was very good. Just, I think it was a good turnout. It's good that for the village.
It's always nice, they do a good job.
Other than that, done.
Thank you.
Nothing. I'm waiting to hear back from planning.
At this point, let me just follow up with that. Planning just takes over with the zoning ordinance itself now. It doesn't go back to,
Planning Commission considers this zoning book for as long as it wants to consider, so I would suspect you'd have more than one meeting on it.
yeah.
And then you as a planning commission make a recommendation to council as to what zoning changes to adopt.
Okay.
Well, the 3 members of planning were in on the zoning book meetings,
Right.
all, for the most part, almost the whole time, so.
So it should go very quickly.
Yeah, it shouldn't
Yeah.
take as long as,
Right.
because there's only, 5 members to that committee?
There's still 2 other people, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean,
You
I
wanna go
have an
back to
item,
them?
we'll go back to streets for a moment. Yep, pass them there. As we probably discussed in the, on the energy audit, we had an initial review done. And we do qualify for the program. what this shows here is they went through the village, looked at our lighting. And took pictures of every light bulb. And you can see that on the next page, the following pages, you can see every light bulb they looked at, wattage. Then they compared it by coming in, they would install new lights, bulbs, and how they use the energy compared to the bulbs we're currently using. So if you look about in the middle of the page there, right now for those 300 some lights that they looked at, our costs are $10,224. With their light bulbs, it'd be $2,356. So there'd be a savings of $668. What the company does is they take 25% of that, the village would recognize that savings, 25%. The other 75% goes back to the company. They maintain the lights, they put in the lights, next 15 years. We just pay them. Obviously, we're also saving on maintenance costs for those one lights for the next 15 years. So that's a projected saving. Again, these are all projected numbers of $6,000 a year for us in maintenance and energy costs. And just for example, we were talking about those, if you go to the second page, line 19. So we have 21 of these street lights downtown. And all the way to the far right, they're saying that $157 a month cost to the village to power those lights. The other page, the fourth page, where they project their cost. The new lighting, line 19, it would be $38 a month. So I was just trying to tie this all in. I know you're looking at putting some new posts in downtown. You know, the cost I previously obtained for the lighting part of those posts, you know, is around $500. Put one of those in. So not only are they going to save future energy costs here, we're not going to buy, you know, when you replace those posts, that $500 for that light bulb. Something to look over. I had Mr. Starkey look over the contract. I haven't got to review the changes yet to the contract. So here's the numbers. Now what they would do is, if we want to move forward, they're going to review these again, make sure we have everything, and see where we end up at. I do want to try and find out. I've been trying to get in touch with Ohio Edison and some of the developments that have similar lights that we have downtown. We might as well try and have those lights done also.
What kind of posts are they using?
Well, the posts, they can give me a quote on the cost. I previously had given you some paperwork. I found a company in Medina that makes like lamp posts like that. So I think we were around $800, $900 post from that company. But I did ask this, their name is Enertech, and they're an electrical company, and they have suppliers too. So they're working on coming up with a price for the post also.
Could I get a copy of the contract as well? Thank you.
Scott, I'll give this to you. It's got a catalog on those posts also.
Okay.
So we'll look at it from there, compare it, just for comparison.
Very good. Thank you.
zoning?
I said, we already waiting to hear from the planning commission.
Okay. Any miscellaneous business? Any citizens' comments not on agenda items?
I've got something I'd like to say. As you know, Larry Doherty, Police Chief. First of all, I want to thank you for authorizing the 8th full-time police officer. We've done a diligent job of trying to find somebody. And we have a highly qualified candidate that's probably coming to us from a much larger agency. He's currently under the Public Employees Retirement System, and there's a way that you switch over to ours, which is Ohio Police and Fire. But in order to do that, you have to have a physical. And Monday, he's going through the lung aspect of the physical, and Tuesday, he's going through the cardiac stress test of the physical, which if any of you guys know what that's about, we're heading into the very expensive side of the physical. He's already had several days where he spent on our dime with doctors doing what the pension board requires to be done. But he asked me a question, and I can't give him a great answer. The guy's got 17 years of service in a much larger agency. He's got credentials that would supplement what we have, because we don't have anybody that has like credentials here. For example, he's a master crime scene technician. If you ever watch CSI on TV, it's kind of what those people are. But he asked me, what's the possibility of a layoff? And I said, well, you know, I can't really answer that question. I'm going to ask counsel. He knows what's going on Woodland Avenue. The roads are being cut in now for the new residents. He also knows that we have Danbury Glen growing. And he knows, well, what we know is how this body feels about the tax issue that's out there. So if no new revenue comes in, and the tax credit that was removed goes back, are we bringing this guy in with all these credentials to have him actually lose his career? So, you know, I would love to have you guys give me some guidance. I don't want to mislead a guy that could be here for the next 15 years. Could eventually maybe be the police chief here, you know. But you know, he's taking a pay cut. He's going to take a vacation cut, and we're really high on him. But he's got that hesitation, and we're about to drop several $1,000s on the next tests next week. And he would like, and I think it's reasonable, he'd like an answer. So can anybody help me with, not tomorrow, I mean, I know we're going to talk about the budget, everything's okay right now, but 5 years from now, are we going to come together with some kind of a solution that's going to, you know, allow us to bring this guy on board and reassure him that we're not going to have a situation where we are going to lay off employees? Or, I mean, everybody's coming in is going to require more service, more streets plowed, more police service. But if they come in and they pay no taxes, they pay no infrastructure income taxes, it's going to deplete the reserves that we have today. And he and I have had a lot of talks about this, and I honestly can't give him a good answer. Can anybody help me? We can actually spend his money in his physical and lose the employee if I don't have a good answer.
From my standpoint, I mean, I would say we have a commitment. You and I and you know have talked inside the finance meetings. During the budgets, we have a commitment where we want 2 officers on every shift.
Right. And
He satisfies that 2 officers on it. I mean, he helps satisfy that.
absolutely.
And on the back end, and I think Scott can verify this, we use that
we use the part-time officers to actually supplement the hours that we don't have available. So, I mean, from the, I guess from the way I'm looking at it, and I don't have all the numbers in front of me, I don't see any, I can't make an absolute guarantee, but we've never, as long as I know of, we've never laid an officer off.
And believe me, I've said that. I didn't think that there was, I said, I think you'd be solid for 30 years if you want to stay, but there is that, I mean, if revenue doesn't, if the revenue stream doesn't change, but the costs go up.
If revenue doesn't change, I mean, we're still in the same, basically, we're still in the same gear. We're not moving forward, we're not falling behind. What's falling behind is our infrastructure. It's not the services we provide. Now, you know, eventually it could be. It could be, you know, we start cutting, you know, leaf pickup or something like that, but safety services are not going to be the first thing on the chopping block. Safety services for this village is absolutely the most important.
That's a good answer. I can tell him that everything should be okay, and if it's not, safety forces are gonna be a last resort, not a first response.
That's from my point of view, and that's from, I mean, that's historically, I think that's been our stance. So, I don't know, I'm not speaking for the rest of us, but.
I mean, I agree. The last thing you want to do is take the cops off the street if we haven't. If they're already here.
And we had an unfortunate incident today. I won't go into it, but we were taxed pretty heavily at about 3:30 today. And we needed our personnel, so. Anyway, thank you very much. I have an answer, and hopefully it'll work. And hopefully next week we will be able to announce that the employee has put in his notice somewhere else, and he's going to come and join us, and he will be an excellent addition to the team. So thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay. Guess that's it.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
I know it's awfully early,
We missed something.
but don't knock it.
Williams?
Yes.
Don't knock it.
Yes.
Green?
Yes.
Yes.
I still got 3 more pages.
Sort of, yes. And